This is a short training video about report submission and marking for Chemistry 2 laboratories. You'll need to watch this video and complete the quiz below it before you can submit your first report for Experiment 1. You can take the quiz multiple times, but you must obtain full marks before you can continue. For this lab, you'll submit a report for each of the 6 experiments you complete. Experiment 1 is a short report focused on experimental method and presentation of tables and figures. It must be submitted through Turnitin by 11:55 p.m, 4 days after the day you complete the lab. You will then rotate in groups through experiments 2 to 6. Experiments 1 through 4 are 1-week experiments. Experiment 4 is assessed by a short report focused on results and discussion, and experiment 2 by a poster. You'll submit your short reports or posters through Turnitin 4 days after completing the experiment. The report for experiment 3 is a 5-minute oral presentation. You'll present this at the start of the lab session 1 week after you complete the experiment. You must submit your slides for this experimental report by uploading it to Turnitin by 12:30 p.m. on the day of your presentation. That is, 30 minutes before the start of the lab session. Experiments 5 and 6 are 2-week experiments. You will submit 1 report for each experiment, and this is due 4 days after you complete Part B of the experiment. You do not submit separate reports for Parts A and B. All report submission takes place through Blackboard. You'll not be able to see the report submission folder until you've completed the quiz associated with this video. Inside that folder, you'll find folders for each experiment. And inside each of those folders, you will find folders for your group. The group folders contain the Turnitin drop boxes specifying experiment, group, and day. You must take care to submit your report to the correct folders and Dropbox. If you do not do this, your report will not be marked on time and you may lose marks. Submit your report by clicking on View Complete for the correct folder. This is what the report submission folder looks like. You can view the marking rubric by clicking here. This will show you a breakdown of how marks are allocated for this report. And you can submit your report by clicking on this button. After your report has been marked, you can also come back here to view feedback. Once you've uploaded your report, you'll receive an email confirmation. If you do not receive this confirmation, it's your responsibility to ensure that your report has been correctly submitted. After your report has been marked, you can access it from the Turnitin folder and see your feedback. There are 2 ways of getting feedback. First, you'll notice that there are comments on your report. If we zoom in, you can see that the comments are either speech bubbles or short phrases. You can hover the mouse over these comments to see the comments beneath. The second way to get feedback is to click on the rubric symbol on the bottom right-hand corner. This will bring up a breakdown of marks for your report. Often the feedback comments you receive will be linked to an element in the marking rubric so that you can see what to do differently in your next report. That's how you get feedback through Turnitin. Make sure you do check your report feedback to make sure that you can improve for next time. In week 1, all students will complete experiment 1, then write a short report on it. You must complete the quiz below this video and gain full marks before you can submit your report. As with all other reports, this report will be due at 11:55 p.m, 4 days after the lab session. This short report and all others will be marked and feedback provided within a week of the due date. If you have further questions, check out the links on Blackboard. But for now, make sure you complete the quiz below this video.